The United States has decided to intensify its military presence in the Persian Gulf. The Pentagon has announced the deployment of the USS Thomas Hudner destroyer, along with more F-16s and F-35 Joint Strike Fighters to bolster its forces in the region. The decision comes after a series of recent encounters between American and Iranian ships, heightened tensions in the region. The U.S. Navy says Iran has seized at least 5 commercial vessels in the last 2 years and harassed more than a dozen others. Many of the confrontations have happened in and around the Strait of Hormuz. In this video, Defense Updates analyzes how the U.S. upgraded its military posture in the Persian Gulf. Let's get started. The move seems to be triggered by Iran's latest provocation. On July 5th, Iranian forces attempted to capture 2 oil tankers. In the Gulf of Oman, in international waters at 1 a.m. local time, an Iranian naval vessel approached the Marshall Islands-flagged oil tanker TRF Moss. The situation changed when the U.S. Navy guided missile destroyer USS McFall, DDG-74, arrived on scene, causing the Iranian vessel to depart. To enhance surveillance, the U.S. Navy deployed MQ-9 Reaper and P-8 Poseidon maritime patrol aircraft. Around 3 hours later, the U.S. Navy received a distress call from the Bahamian-flagged oil tanker Richmond Voyager. The tanker was more than 20 miles or 32 kilometers off the coast of Muscat, Oman, transiting international waters toward the Arabian Sea. Another Iranian naval vessel came within 1 mile of Richmond Voyager and issued warnings to stop. In response, the USS McFall altered its course at maximum speed towards Richmond Voyager, which continued in transit. Prior to the arrival of the USS McFall, Iranian personnel fired multiple extended bursts from small arms and crew-served weapons. Although Richmond Voyager sustained no casualties or significant damage, several rounds hit the ship's hull near crew living spaces. The Iranian naval vessel departed once the USS McFall arrived. Deputy Pentagon Press Secretary Sabrina Singh announced during a Pentagon briefing, in response to a number of recent alarming events in the Strait of Hormuz, the Secretary of Defense has ordered the deployment of the destroyer USS Thomas Hudner, F-35 fighters, and F-16 fighters to the U.S. Central Command (CENTCOM) area of responsibility to defend U.S. interests and safeguard freedom of navigation in the region. The United States Central Command (U.S. CENTCOM) or CENTCOM is one of the 11 Unified Combatant Commands of the U.S. Department of Defense. Its area of responsibility, or AOR, includes the Middle East, including Egypt and Africa, Central Asia, and parts of South Asia. Singh did not disclose the number of additional aircraft tapped for the expanded mission, when they, along with the destroyer, will arrive in the region, nor how long they'll remain there. Singh added, "The department regularly makes postural adjustments based on current and future operational needs. We've seen Iran continue to harass vessels in the Strait of Hormuz, and so the Secretary and the CENTCOM commander felt it was appropriate to move more assets into the region to help bolster what they needed there." USS Thomas Hudner, DDG-116, is an Arleigh Burke-class guided missile destroyer of the U.S. Navy. Arleigh Burke-class warships were designed as multi-mission destroyers capable of anti-aircraft warfare (AAW), anti-submarine warfare (ASW), and anti-surface warfare (ASUW). It's equipped with multiple sensors and has Aegis ballistic missile defense system, which enables detect, track, and engage short to intermediate range ballistic missiles. USS Thomas Hudner is armed with a lethal array of sophisticated weaponry that can engage Iranian aerial, sea, and undersea assets, and if required can strike deep inside the country. USS Thomas Hudner will be the perfect partner for USS McFall. The F-16 is a single-engine, supersonic, multi-role fighter aircraft originally developed by General Dynamics, which is now Lockheed Martin for the United States Air Force. It was primarily designed to be an air superiority day fighter, but has evolved into a successful all-weather multi-role aircraft. It has a max speed of Mach 2 and a combat radius of 340 miles, or 550 kilometers. The fighter can be armed with a wide range of air-to-air, air-to-ground, and anti-ship weapons. The F-16 has seen many upgrades over the years. It's better than anything Iran possesses. The Lockheed Martin F-35 Lightning II is a single-seat, single-engine, all-weather, stealth, multi-role fighter. The F-35 fighter is technically the most advanced fighter jet currently in serial production. The F-35 is a fifth-generation fighter that's been developed from the inception to be stealthy. Its external structure is designed to deflect signals away from the emitting radar, which makes it hard to detect or track. This is done by having no sharp edges or protruding elements and having a smooth external curvature. The fighter also has excellent thermal management to reduce detection through IR sensors. Iran doesn't have assets that can track it properly. Apart from being armed with a plethora of weapons for air-to-air and air-to-land strikes, the F-35 is able to act as an intelligence node that can be used to gather data about Iranian movements. The Strait of Hormuz between the Persian Gulf and the Gulf of Oman provides the only sea passage from the Persian Gulf to the open ocean. On the north coast lies Iran, and on the south coast the United Arab Emirates and Musandam, an exclave of Oman. At its narrowest, the strait has a width of only 21 nautical miles, or 39 kilometers, making it a choke point. Around 33% of the world's liquefied natural gas and almost 20% of total global oil production passes through the strait, making it one of the most important sea routes. Iran has hundreds of fast boats, some of which carry anti-ship missiles, whereas others carry suicide payloads. Being small in size, they can be maneuvered easily, and the high speed makes them a difficult target. Iran also has a decent number of launchers stationed along the shoreline that can fire different kinds of anti-ship missiles. Given the situation, addition of more American assets is required, and the US has taken the correct decision.
Subscribe for more videos like this. Hit the like button if you find the video interesting, and kindly provide your feedback in the comment section. This will help us improve.